Fantastic Car Vintage has got me going places I never thought possible. Today, Dual Commander. All right, welcome back, Eternal Gamers, one more time here for another off-stream recording with a different format. Hopefully on Monday or Fantastic Car gets restricted in Vintage, and we can go back to doing primarily Vintage content. But until then, I don't really want to play any more Vintage. I had a really bad time streaming the last challenge. It'll probably come through in that video, which will air before this one. I think it wasn't a very good video because I just was on edge the whole time, not making good plays, not being happy about it. So it's just kind of a recursive loop there, which produces not the best content. So I know that the modern video didn't really do very well, but I think that's fine. I'd rather put something out there that everyone who wants to see it can enjoy, and if not, we can all reconvene in Vintage soon. So, not modern today. We'll do something different. I'm going to play another Emry deck, but this time in Dual Commander. So, for those of you who are not aware, Dual Commander is a 1v1 format with a different life total and a very different ban list. I've played it sometimes because it's very supported on Magic Online. It has a big French paper scene, from what I understand, and they have some pretty big tournaments. I know there was a Dual Commander event for Black Lotus. Everyone who does play this format does tell me it's very powerful and I might enjoy it. So I'm going to give it a shot here. I know one of the things that this format doesn't have a lot of is fast mana. A lot of the fast mana is taken away. So I'll be interested to see what is inside this Emry deck. I did copy this list from one of the major tournaments recently from this Thomas. And we're going to go through the list real quick just to find out what's in it. I don't know what's in it, so we're going to be learning together. And then I'm just going to do my best to play it through a Dual Commander League and see if we can find anything fun and exciting about it. So immediately I'm seeing a variety of lands to go in our mono blue deck. So I'm expecting some kind of Expedition map package. Let's see. Yep, Expedition map. Cool. So Soul Land, Indestructible Artifact Land. We do have a Gemstone Caverns, Inventor's Fair for a tutorable artifact box. We do have a Maze of Ith. That seems pretty good when people are trying to attack. I think for the most part, people are trying to attack in this format as the primary way of winning. See a Manamo seat. There's a Mystic Sanctuary. Okay, down here we have Urza Saga is legal in this format. What is an Urza's Cave? Oh, cool. It tutors other lands. That's sweet. And mostly artifact lands. So we probably have a way to tutor artifact lands as well. So for zeros, we have Everflowing Chalice. We have Claws of Gix, which is a sack outlet if we have any kind of... I mean, we have Emry, so that's a way to maybe recur things that normally aren't activated abilities. I'm going to have to read some of these. 4 basic lands and a graveyard on top of a library in any order. Not sure what that one does, besides being a 0. Zeros are probably important here to get Emry in play. So I'm seeing some Shield Spears and Ornithopters, some other kinds of baubles, Welding Jar, etc. So we do have Gataxian Probe, Misstep, Force Spike. Okay. We do have a Sewer Cam. Is there a Grinding Station? I don't see a Grinding Station, so maybe we can't Emry combo because there's no Mox Amber, Mox Opal. That's probably the case. I'm just gonna, make some possible judgments based on what I know. So we definitely have some amount of counter spells, low to the ground counter spells, including Wash Away. Interesting. Oh, it can hit Commander for 1. Nice. Very cool. Spell Bombs, Stars. Cool. Okay, I see Grindstone Painter. That's probably one of our main ways of winning. We do have a Skateboard. What is a stone? Stone of Eric. If an creature opponent controls would die, exile instead. And also you can exile graveyards and draw cards. Cool. That's a sweet one. And then there's a world map, which is you can search for lands or so search for basic lands or pay more mana and search for any land. So that goes with our Expedition map. Very cool. More counter magic. We have a Transmute artifact. That's an interesting one to be legal here. So we can use that to get one of our things. Spell Skite to protect our player, or our Emry, I should say. Winter Moon is players can't untap more than one non-basic during their untap steps. And this one is as long as artifact is untapped, players can't untap more than one land. So we have some stasis space effects here, or ways to get our opponent, interrupt our opponent's game plan. Gadgeteer, I think that one makes investigations on artifact spells and can reduce mana costs. I haven't played a Vidalcan Shackles in many years. That's going to be gaining control of creatures based on islands. We do have a Fantasticar, not banned in the main. It is banned as a commander, or I would definitely play a Fantasticar league. So I said I was escaping Fantasticar, but I am actually still playing Fantasticar here. Makes sense that we have a huge Tezzeret toolbox. I see Tangle Wire. Basalt Monolith probably like goes infinite with this card if I had to guess. Activated, it cost one less. So yeah, Basalt Monolith does go infinite with Gadgeteer, but I don't see a Ballista or anything, so I'm not sure if we missed somewhere along the way something to use infinite mana on. Negation, Denial, Stock Up, Psy. I love Psy. Psy's a cool card. There's a Kappa and an Urza as our high end, and then there is also a Paradox Engine. We have a Tutors with Whir. Okay, I mean, most of these cards are ones I know. The only thing I saw right away was Painter's Servant Grindstone as a way to infinite combo. Gadgeteer Monolith looks like an infinite combo. And then I'm sure Paradox Engine with some amount of this is going to do something powerful as well. So I have not looked up exactly what we're going for. Oh, there's an Intuition. I guess that makes sense because things that go into the yard can be brought back by Emry. So if we have a protected Emry, we could Intuition for Painter Grindstone and then be able to bring them back over a couple turns. That's cool too. Maybe less than that if we have Sewer Cam. All right, so I think I have a basic idea of what we're trying to do here. Maybe I will find out along the way that that's not the case, but for now, I'm ready to jump in. I'm going to go play this Dual Commander League. I'll see you in round one. Did you know subscribing here on YouTube and following on Twitch are both free ways you can support my vintage content? All right, so here we are, round one. I don't actually know if this is like a best of one format or not. I guess we'll find out after the first game. But we are playing a full, I think, a 5-match league. Our opponent has got a commander here, which is Vohar. Blue-black. It has looting. If you loot an instant or sorcery, opponent loses a life and you gain a life. And it's sackable to cast an instant or sorcery from the graveyard this turn. It doesn't say anything about mana, so I assume you have to pay for it, the mana for the spell. Cool. All right. We have... I need to be careful about, I know, returning the Emry to the right zones. We'll have to come across that when we have it. I don't know if we have a free mulligan or not. I'm just going to give this a shot. We have the ability to play Emry turn 1, so keep. I'm going to do some Googling on the side here. Mulligan rule dual commander. Same as the current Magic the Gathering mulligan rule for 1v1 or... Okay, what is this? This is an island. And they're pondering. Okay. Yep. Every time, so that we can keep replaying our commander for 2 more each time. And anytime a commander goes to graveyard, exile, or whatever, it can go to the command zone. Okay. We're getting griefed, pitching, stitched together. I assume this will take maybe Ornithopter to slow us down a turn here. Not sure. I played maybe one of... Oh, took the stone. So maybe there's a pretty solid graveyard theme going on here where this could matter. That seems possible. Mana leak. All right, let's take a peek at our opponent's hand. Maybe our opponent's playing a Reanimator deck. Kind of makes sense if they have a Stitch together. So they have Persist, so they can return the Grief. Toxic Deluge wipes the board. Snuff Out wipes the board, but only if they control a swamp. And currently, they have an island and a Vault of Whispers. So if my opponent goes to their turn, they will be able to persist back a Grief and take another card. Can't do much about that. So let's go Seat, Ornithopter, Emry, Milfour. I must have someone. They must have a card that cares about order. I'm not going to care about order here though. They probably have the reanimate spell that cares about order. So I expect my opponent to play Vault of Whispers and persist out Grief here. Oh, playing the commander. Okay. What? So the commander can loop and okay. Well, we could get this stone, but the stone costs 2. Okay. I probably want to hold open Mana Leak. They do know about Mana Leak. I could instead Winter Orb my opponent. What do we want to do? If I want to hold up Mana Leak, I also want to be able to return something this turn, Chromatic Sphere or the stone. They took the stone, which makes me feel like I should put the stone in play, right? They would know better than I. And I think I'm just going to get the tap land in play, though. So my opponent could Toxic Deluge, but I don't know that that's a huge issue. All right, they're looting. Makes sense. I guess if I get my Emry snuffed out, I'm not super happy, but... This way I can, like, pass... If they take, like, the stock up, I can pass the turn holding up Mana Leak and Stone. Animate Dead got pitched. And Tainted Indulgence was cast at sorcery speed. There are definitely not 5 card types in the yard, so draw 2, discard 1. They're probably looking for a swamp so they can snuff out the Emry. That's my guess. Dead. Okay. Interesting card. I'll learn a lot of new cards today. Okay, they did not hit a land. That's really good for us. So I like play cave, play sphere, and then hold open stone and mana leak. Obviously, we're letting our opponent do a looting every turn, but I don't know that I can do much about that. I am mono blue. Maybe I'm just supposed to slam Winter Orb on them there. Don't know that that's like the most effective at the moment. I mean, they are missing land, so it is effective. It's just... I don't know. Oh, they discarded the Snuff Out, so they must have missed. Ah, they hit Reflecting Pool. Okay. So are they going to cast Toxic Deluge? They're going to cast Persist. All right, if they're going to cast Persist, then I am just going to exile their graveyard. That seems like a bold play to me. Okay, so... I think I'm just going to return that and do it again, right? Seems like it's a primary part of their game plan is the graveyard. I probably should have played the Gadgeteer for... Oh, they're going to mental misstep this. Counter a target spell that wasn't cast from your hand. I think that's fine. It can come back again later. I think what I'm going to do is play City and play Winter Orb. I need to find out if it's best of 3 or not. Trying to find out. Okay, they pitch Stern Scolding. We don't want to... Why does this... I don't Okay. Untap this. Tormod script. I think I'm just going to get back the stone. And I think I'll just sack this for blue. Okay. I think I'm interested in just losing the city. Hmm. No, I think I'll just. Yeah. The thing is, I'm not gonna play a spell though, because I don't want. I don't want to. I don't want to. No, I think I'm just gonna wait. We're both getting to use our commanders quite a lot. Does Emry get continually reduced by more artifacts for commander cost? I bet it does. I feel like blue-black's probably a nice matchup for us in turn, like color-wise, because they're not gonna be able to attack our artifacts very well. Bitter Triumph was pitched. I guess I am getting drained every turn here. I'm gonna go with play a new island. Play a gadgeteer. Play a Tormod's Crypt. Investigate. Hit their yard. And then replay a Tormod's Crypt. That way I can keep holding up Mana Leak. This Winter Orb's actually kind of hurting me. Yeah, I have a Mana Leak. Hmm. My problem is I don't know what I'm trying to play to. That's my biggest problem right now. Thirst for Identity. Tap land. Ah, Inquisition. Okay, yeah, so they can wipe the board if they want. Oh, no, they're just taking stock up. Okay. I feel like I have a draw engines in play. I don't need stock up. Alright, I'm just gonna go with Tormod's Crypt there thing and replay Tormod's Crypt. It always gets me a clue, so. And if I ever need to, I can use my Claws of Gix to sacrifice clue tokens for life, or even Ornithopters for life. So, kind of like where we're at now. Problem is I need to find something to play too. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to draw into at this point. Okay. They're trying to get up to 6 mana to play around Mana Leak. Fetch. Okay, it's just a bunch of things. Push your library for a land. What were my lands? No Academy, right? I could get a Saga. That actually seems nuts, right? If I get a Saga. The problem with getting a Saga is I only untap one land this turn. And then I would play one. No, I guess it's fine, actually. Maybe not. Actually, I think this Winter Orb is hurting me a little bit too much. I'm just gonna untap. Okay, I've just drawn a whole lot of nothing. I think what I'm gonna do is just get back this sphere. And then get in for 2. Oh, it's a cool game. I wonder... Alright, Toxic Deluge has been pitched. I don't know any of the cards in my opponent's hand anymore. They know about my mana leak, so... Wishclaw Talisman, really? Okay. I don't know if there's like a combo kill here. Assume so. Yeah, so I think... I'm just gonna go for Saga. Chalice would be a really good one to have pumped a bunch of mana into. Now if I have to mana leak, though, I lose out on Sagaing. So hopefully I don't have to mana leak. But I might, right? Who knows? I just don't know what the combo is going to be. Adnos or something? It's going to be hard for them to beat constructs, though, I assume. I mean, only one construct. I guess actually only one construct. Winter Orb things. Do I have a way to tap Winter Orb? As long as this artifact is untapped. I don't know if I can actually do that. Because my untap step is first. I guess if I tap it on the end of their turn, I think everything would untap. So do I have a way of tapping my... I have a skateboard, right? Yeah, but I can't get that at instant speed. I mean, I can in there, but not with my Saga or anything. So if I could like instant speed like a whir into a tap my Winter Orb into an untap everything, that'd be pretty cool. All right, so Wishclaw Talisman is happening. This Winter Orb, I don't know if it's helped me. It kind of feels like it might have hurt me. I don't know what this Wishclaw search is for, so... We're gonna find out together. If it's a must counter, I have mana leak, but... Cabal Ritual. Gain 3, sure. Doomsday. Doomsday. They're a Doomsday deck. I mean, I'm gonna counter it. I can pay for 4 Spike or Days still. This solves their Saga problem, though. So it's really not that bad for them. Oh, I guess we're dead. I didn't know we were gonna get doomsdayed. Okay. I have a negation and I have a flare of denial and a metallic rebuke. I did not draw those cards. Okay. Should I have expected my opponent to doomsday kill me in this game after the cards I saw? They have to do it on this turn, right? I'll be interested to see how this goes. They're putting Pact in the pile. I could have exiled it. I didn't know that that would be helpful here. They can draw with their commander. I get I see that. They have like a Hercules recall in their deck. Because they do still have to beat the Winter Orb, right? Dismember. Rainstorm. I need to draw one more card, play a land, and oh, Oracle is 3 here, actually. They just, oh no! No, my opponent died. Alright, let's look at their deck list real quick. Runescar Demon. Okay, so they are definitely like an Archon of Cruelty Reanimator deck. There's Grizzlebrand and stuff. A bunch of draw spells. Just a bunch of removal. There's Tainted Pact. Yogwill. So did my opponent play a land this turn? They didn't play a land. So if they had brainstormed here into land Oracle, keep land Oracle in hand. I don't know. I can't tell how many cards they had left after this brainstorm. If they had 3 cards left, they could have land Oracle here because they have the +1 blue from the Vohar. Okay. We have a little bit of a better idea of what's going on now. We don't get to sideboard, so I think my opponent had the win there, but it's like hard to tell when I don't know what's in the deck list. I got to see most of it there. I'm gonna go. I assume it's just Oracle, right? Doomsday Oracle being legal is pretty sick. I'm just gonna check real quick to make sure I know what's going on. So I don't see an Oracle in this list from my opponent from last month. I don't know if it's legal. They might have just been trying to do some kind of reanimate thing, but I'm not really sure. All right, more to learn. More to learn. I'll have to see if it's banned or not. Banned and restrictions. Individually banned cards. Thassa's Oracle is banned. What about Lab Man? Okay. So maybe they have a Lab Man? Thassa's Oracle is banned, though, so we can't have played around that. I don't know that this hand is good, but I think it's fine. We'll try keeping it. Winter Moon looks a lot better than Winter Orb for me in this matchup, where my opponent had a lot of dual lands and we had a lot of basics. Something to think about. Looks like my opponent mulliganed to 6 cards, so normal mulligans. So it does look like my opponent might just be straight up blue-black Reanimator, but they did cast Doomsday. So I have no idea, basically. I think I want to hold my Lantern for a card that's actually in the yard. So it's only from my graveyard. I think I'd still rather try to find some more things that are happening here. My opponent does have a... Okay, so I'm looking at their list. They have a Doomsday, but I don't know how they win. Do they have a Jace? Okay, they have a Jace. That's what it is, chat. They have a Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. So they have to get up to a really high amount of mana after Doomsday. Okay, so I see what I see. So they have a looter commander here that they're gonna get in under Mana Leak, and they have a reanimation plan, but they also have a Doomsday plan. That's cool. Done. I think I would rather slam Winter Moon than hold up Mana Leak. Oh, I guess they could reanimate here. I need to see what reanimation cards are illegal, because it could be that reanimate is banned. Reanimate is banned. Oh, I got Winter Moon dazed by the, what was that? An Underground Sea? That is a thing that could happen. I could have kept the Bobble in play to build out to my Emry a little bit more, but I felt like I will be able to get there, so. So getting my Emry going immediately is definitely good, like my opponent did. But I want to be able to have Mana Leak up as well, probably. Beseech was pitched, so not a reanimate. Thought sees me. Well, is it going to be Mana Leak or is it going to be Soul Guide Lantern? Soul Guide Lantern. If I draw a 0-drop, I could have gone like Treasure Vault, Grindstone, play Emry, hold open Leak. I think here I'm just going to go Treasure Vault, Grindstone, and then pass. Yeah, I could have played this game a little bit better, maybe. Activate only if you have a basic, okay? Lots of removal, which makes sense because every person has... there's always removal targets because everyone has commanders. That makes sense. Four cards in my opponent's hand. Days. Okay. So let's play Emry. Mill 4. No artifacts there. But we already have so many good artifacts in our yard, so I'll hold up all my stuff. And then next turn we'll probably bring back Lantern to start. Runescar Demon is in the yard, so I hope we don't get reanimated this turn. Might be a turn too late on the Emry, which means maybe I misplayed in cracking my Conjurer's Bauble to start. That could have like focused on getting the Emry going. It's possible for sure. It's a heuristic I'm not used to. Maybe this daze will get us there, though. We do have a mana leak that they have to get through. They don't have to go yet, though. We can grindstone ourselves to find more targets. But that opens us up to getting, like, removal spell on our Emry, so we probably don't want to do that. This is cool. Okay. Colorless. Is this dismember? Is this more? This doesn't make any colors of mana because of no basic yet. Persist. All right. So I will cast Mana Leak on your persist. Okay, that worked. Tap land. Okay. So as long as we get back, oh, okay. I think we're in the clear here. We're gonna get back us. So I mean, it feels pretty bad for my opponent to be playing Reanimator deck, and we are just playing main deck Graveyard Hate. Gonna Mystic Sanctuary back. Mana Leak. Maybe Sync is better. And I'm definitely gonna go. Oh, I guess Urza Saga is an infinite mana outlet. We were talking about an infinite mana outlet to use for our Basalt Monolith. Whatever. The Urza is 5 mana, play a card kind of deal. Draw 2, discard 1. I think we're in the clear now, though. We got past the spot where reanimations are going to get us. And now we're cooking. We've got a Winter Moon coming if we need it as well. We can get to a point where this untaps all of our non-land permanents. So our Urza makes these things all mana. So every spell... Actually, we might be almost infinite, right? If we can get 5 artifacts, then we make 5 mana for a spell every time, and we go infinite with Urza Saga. Not Urza Saga. Urza. I could do that off of, like, Treasure Vault. But I think what we want to do is just start with a Winter Moon. So they can only untap 1 land per turn. Then I think we want to just... No, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna wait 1 more turn here. All right, we have 2 counter spells still. We have a great construct going. Technically, we could spin on our Urza as well. They have mana problems because of Winter Moon here. What was that? 2 counters on Profane Tutor. Okay. Think we're gonna go crazy here. So I'm going to play a Paradox Engine. Okay. That is infinite. As long as I don't hit lands, I guess. So it's not actually infinite. Oh, but maybe it's infinite because I can draw a card each time. My opponent asked if it was infinite. I said I don't think it's technically infinite, but it's pretty good. And they said GG's. Cool. I'm sitting here in queue for the next round, and I just realized that simply the bauble itself is infinite, right? Because the bauble costs 0 and it untaps the Emry, and I can just draw through my whole deck. Learning. Okay, here we go. Round 2. This time our opponent has a Maelstrom Wanderer. Creatures you control have haste. Cascade. Okay, so some kind of ramp deck. Like this hand a lot. I haven't cast an Arkham's Ashley in a while. Haven't been on the play in a while either. Come on now. This deck is great. I'm having a good time. I did run into a reanimator with my main deck Soul Guide Lantern, so maybe that's why. But okay. Oh, okay, they're like a turbo deck. We need to find some of our counter magic as soon as possible. Makes sense. We do have a decent amount of counter magic in our deck. I'm not gonna crack that. I could crack that because I can play Spell Bomb, World Spine Worm. I can just play Spell Bomb next turn to turn on Emry. And then we're gonna get a draw engine going. Oh, I have a Daze. I like that. Okay, they're just going turbo. Oh, this thing cascades, huh? So it doesn't even help if I counter it. Interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind. Try to counter some kind of ramp spells. Hopefully it's not just all like dual lands and then they... Or not dual lands, soul lands, and then they do the thing. That would be bad. Mill hits. We lose Flare of Denial, which I would have liked. But we did hit a Moon Snare prototype. I will definitely be aggressively countering ramp from this spot. Okay. I think they might just be going straight there. This is 6. They need how many? 8. We need to put together a win. We have Painter Servant Whir, so we're close to a win. Improvise. I gotta figure out how improvise works. Improvise. MTG. Similar to Convoke, but used for artifacts instead of creatures. Allows players to tap artifacts rather than pay mana the cost. Each artifact tapped after activating mana abilities pays for 1 colorless. Okay, so I can't pay for the blue with like a blue artifact. Moon Snare is tap an artifact, so I'm definitely getting Moon Snare back here. I just don't know if I'm going to be fast enough. Also, they might have like an Emrakul in their deck, so this mill might not even work. I'd love to put an Urza in play. Just Painter blue, so I can pitch a land to negation if I want to. I need to go look for a Maelstrom Wanderer deck. Let's see. Oh, mountain cycling on the Oliphant. Mail. Maelstrom Wanderer, Cascade Party. Okay, so it's like creative technique stuff. Okay. It is a large amount lands. But I have an Aether Spellbomb, a Negation, and a Daze, so is there an Emrakul? I don't see an Emrakul. Just like looking through their deck for things that shuffle. I don't see any. Problem is this word takes too much mana. The Urza pays for itself. I need to have enough mana after to activate. So right now, I could war with these three, tapping this for Grindstone, and I'm 1 mana short, right? Assuming I can't tap for blue, I can't. I'm gonna play Urza, who more than pays for itself, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, oh wait, no, it just pays for itself. No, it should be +1. 1, 2. I could tap 1, 2, 3, 1. I think I'm just 1 short. Because I could use, yeah. I think I'm just 1 short. All right, so I have to hope that my stuff here is enough to live. I can either Spellbomb bounce the Maelstrom Wanderer as well. I hope I didn't miss a mana somewhere along the line there. I do have a Daze as well, so they won't have haste. Okay, so let's see what Cascade gets us here. A Tyrant. Okay, I think that's fine. A Tolly. When it enters... Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll Daze a Tolly and bounce Maelstrom Wanderer. Daze a Tolly. Maelstrom Wanderer resolves. Make blue mana and bounce that. And then we'll go to my turn and we'll wear Grindstone and hope it works. World Spine Worm would have shuffled back in if they had it, actually, come to think of it. Oh, they're gonna freaking World Spine Worm. But they won't have any cards to hit besides World Spine Worm, right? So I think it's still fine. Is there any way I can get a Spell Bomb or something? Doesn't seem like it. Rhinestone. All right, they concede. All right. I probably had enough life that I didn't even need to bounce it, but that worked out. The daze was pretty sick. Winter Orb could be okay. I can't imagine that I'm not keeping this. Do I want to play it on 0? Everflowing Chalice on 0 to get an Emry going immediately? I think the answer is probably yes. Island, Ornithopter, Chalice on 0, Emry, Milling, a Needle. We have a chromatic sphere we can sack every turn, so... And we also have an expedition map we can sack every turn. I guess this Winter Orb might not do anything if they just, like, don't cast any spells, right? Do we have anything that, like, prevents them from cascading? Like a Graph Digger's Cage, maybe? Don't think so. What's the stone? Is an opponent control dies. We could Disruptor Flute the Maelstrom Wanderer. I think that's our best one. Or just combo kill our opponent as well. We do have some ways to tutor now. We can expedition map for additional mana. I think I just like Chromatic Sphere. I guess this could get countered. And then return. Yeah, I guess if we want, we can just make it cost a bunch more. Is that the best thing we can do? No consign to memory. Yeah, either win or... Oh, we could Tangle Wire. We could Winter Orb Tangle Wire. Metallic Rebuke is good. I'll put this on here. I don't think I care about doing one extra damage yet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. I should not have tapped out of Metallic Rebuke. What is this? World War Hulk? Wait, they hit the same exact 2 cards? Is it the same? It could be any of these cards, right? So I guess I'm dead. Okay. I did not know about World War Hulk. World War Hulk. MTG. All right, yeah. Good to know. I can see because these all have haste. All right, so I actually had to draw into what I did draw into, but then I had to hold it up. I did not know I had to hold anything up that turn. Are there anything else I should be worried about here? Creative technique. Eureka. Hyper. Okay, so I should have done some more research here. Show and tell and stuff like that. Okay, omniscience. Okay, I should be holding up metallic rebuke on that turn every time. I should be doing that. That's my fault. I just had no idea. Okay. I should have expected there to be other things that put things into play fast. But I kind of just thought they were just going for that big one. Which was a mistake. Okay. So I think here I will E on 0 and play Emry and mill 4 lands, which is actually fine. And play a Chalice on 1. Try to get as much mana as I can, fast as I can. Obviously, they could have show and tell here, but I think I have to not play around that one. I have to look for like the 5 mana ones as the ones that I need to hit. Oh, I could have used the Everflowing Chalice to play the stone. I didn't see that. Spell Bomb. That's great. I can draw cards. I draw land here, maybe would be nice. Okay. That way I can still hold up Metallic Rebuke. All right, I think I'm in a good spot now. So I'm holding up a counter spell. I'm looping a spell bomb. I have a better idea what's happening. I might have been in a better spot if I actually it might have been an okay spot last game if I had held up rebuke. I don't know. I don't have like a million counter spells in my deck, so that's cool. That's a pretty interesting one. Becomes a big land if you have your dude, and your dude will have haste. It's pretty sweet. We're looping. We are doing loops. Oh wait, they're casting a. They're capsizing, waving. Okay. All right. It just means I can fill my graveyard better, so not a huge deal to me. Maze seems interesting. Treasure Vault, Welding Jar. Let's look at my opponent's next card. I'm holding that up, so I can pass. Ah, damn it. I was one draw off of boots. Yeah, I'm a little slow, a grindy deck versus this kind of big ramp deck. Uh-oh. It only adds green, though. Cool. This is pretty cool. I'm having an interested time. I am an interested. Oh. Oh, you don't have to control it? You just have to... Oh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to keep that spell bomb in play, huh? I was not aware they didn't have to control it. Okay. Oh, wait, I have a Mazavith. Ah! I'm so bad at this game. I should have just used my goddamn Mazavith. I just forgot. Okay. I can't believe my opponent attacked into the Mazavith. That's what got me. They were just so confident. They were so confident. They got me. This also just like opens them up to Winter Moon and Blood Moon, or the two moons, Winter Moon and Winter Orb. So I just like didn't see it coming. Okay, this is 5 mans or more. So can they cascade now? I hope I don't lose because I took 12 damage by accident, or 8 damage by accident. I guess I could. Oh man, that was really bad. I was just so surprised it was an 88. All right, here he comes. What do we got? This is 7 mana, right? No, I guess it's 8 mana with the Sunken Temple. Oh, Hulk. Okay, I'll just counter Hulk. They have Veil of Summer? No. God, I want a Winter Orb right now. I guess I have Grindstone if I can Grindstone, so... That'll do it, right? I have exactly 5 mana. Yeah. I think I got really lucky. All right, all right, all right. We're learning. We're doing learnings. Okay, here we go. Round 3, new opponent. I am versus 2 commanders. That's cheating. Cultist of the Absolute is a background. Commander creatures you own at 3/3, flying, death touch, ward, pay 3 life, and at the beginning of your keep sack a creature. And gut. So probably black red aggro. Our deck doesn't seem well suited to beat black red aggro, but the Dalkin Shackles might help. We do have a very powerful 0/0 turn 1. Let's take a peek at what opponent is working with here. A 4-drop, a Snuff Out, Bloodstained Mire, an Exile card, and a 2-drop. If you have a control commander, create a 1/1 with haste. Jeez, okay. So I'm going to get Snuff Outed if I play my commander, but I feel like I am supposed to do that anyways. I don't think this gets like a lot better for me. Okay. Snuff out seems great in this format, unless your opponent has a black commander, I guess. But I think we can recast this Emry next turn. Does Darksteel Citadel will count? Thoughtseize. Okay. That's pretty unfortunate. I think Godalkin Shackles will be quite good in this matchup, even if we don't have a lot of islands. Ah, took the mana leak. That's interesting to me. Took the mana leak. Okay. Emry down. Return Emry to the command zone. Yes. So I'm pretty sure I can just replay this Emry. Yep. Affinity. This time we mill Lava Spur Boots. Put charge counter. Okay, so we should make sure we put charge counters on our Jeweled Amulet. My opponent can exile card from a yard. Wonder if he'll attack into Emry. I almost like trading. I guess I don't need to. I can Lava Spur Boots on my shield sphere, and then I'm blocking this like crazy until they get one Thopter every turn. But I can also Vidalcan Shackles this when I hit another island. I think I just block with this shield sphere. Okay, I did get another island. Target player, creatures control can't block. Okay. So one thing I can't do is play a card out of my yard and play Shackles. Unless I sack my Crystal Vein. My opponent can sack. I could take the gut. I should definitely get this Valdalkin Shackles in play. It just seems really, really strong against what my opponent's doing. Like, I can take their gut, right? Or I guess maybe that goes back to the zone if I do that. But that seems like it'd be fine. They did hit the land. Because they can make a 1/1 and then turn it into a 4/1. But I can take this Loyal Apprentice as well and just make Thopters every turn. Then I'm not as worried about the gut. Okay. Do these things have Menace? They do have Menace. I think if I take the Loyal Apprentice, it's actually even better than taking the gut. I don't know if this, like, if I take the gut, it will go back to their zone, command zone. I need to go look at the rules. If your commander goes to the graveyard, exile your hand or library, you can go to the... I don't think so. I think I can just take it. Whenever you attack, sack another... You may sack another... Okay. Okay, sick. I'm gonna get rowdy here. This is the first time I've used Vendalkin Shackles in a long time. I have so many artifacts. This is crazy. Next turn, I should just win with Skateboard as well. Though I guess they can hold up the Rotten Reunion. I think the number one thing I did in this game was I correctly evaluated that Vedalken Shackles would be insane. To be fair, I drew another island to make it insane. If I hadn't drawn the island, it would not have worked. But the fact that this doesn't go back to the command zone when I steal it is fantastic for me. They are a very low life. They will get an extra... Oh, they won't get a creature because they won't have a commander anymore. But I think they could cast the Cultist to have a commander in play and get a 1/1. I'm not really sure how this works exactly. The commander that is an enchantment. I think that is how it works. But... no. I will not untap that. So I am going to use my Emry. Oh, I guess they're going to Rotten Reunion whatever I Emry. They can gain fear. I mean, I'm still going to try, right? Maybe I'm not supposed to try. I'm just supposed to go to combat. Yeah, I'm just supposed to go to combat. I don't think I'm supposed to try. Because this just gives them a good window to actually do the spell that they want to do anyways. Yeah, I don't like this. But maybe it forces them to use mana now and they could have a 3-mana removal spell. I don't have to attack with this gut. I can attack with just my 2 skeletons with menace. And I can just equip the lava spore boots onto the shield sphere, so it's a good blocker. Not sure, actually. I have to attack with a creature, though. I probably should have used my Mishra's Bauble, because I have enough artifacts to sack. Oh, they're just going to let me skateboard. Okay, I mean, that's fine. I think I'd rather them have to block with the other token. Hmm. Because there's no reason not to equip this. I guess if they have a removal spell now on the token, I'd have to attack with Gut, but that's fine. just gonna sacrifice the Darksteel and then maybe use the bauble. I think I should have used the bauble last turn. So they did have a 3-mana spell. Okay. But if they had done this pre-combat, then I would have had to attack with something else. So I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, the way that worked. Still going to 2. Look at their top card. It's got a haste guy. And then I will give the skateboard to the sphere. Okay, so they couldn't hit the gut because I had the lava spur boots on it. I think they should have hit the skeleton pre-combat though, so I would have had to attack with something else. Wish I had a mana to cast this. I don't know what I would get off of it, but just like don't know which kind of cards are coming out of the opponent's deck is a little challenging. I mean, I do have like Painter Grindstone coming, but I think we're winning this game by attacking, which is crazy. Skull Clamp. Sick. That's a cool one. Their deck seems awesome. I'm in. Draw 2. I guess I could attack with Gut and then let it go and then take something else if they like, didn't have enough blockers, right? I think they're just looking for some kind of way out here. Some kind of last-ditch effort. Well, Dalkin Shackles did a lot of work here because this matchup does not look good. My opponent is just like infinite small thing, small ball, creatures and burn. I don't have an ensnaring bridge, huh? Kind of wonder if I should have an ensnaring bridge. Not that it would be that good in this matchup, but okay. So this has 2 zeros and a shackles. I think I want to just try to draw lands off of this. I think I'm like supposed to always keep these hands that have 2 zeros and can play an Emry on turn 1. Thoughtseize. Okay. So are they going to take shackles because it's the best card, or are they going to take a 0 so that I can't play Emry on turn 1? Shackles right now I have no islands, but my deck is like 22 islands or something, right? Winter Moon probably not very good against this deck. Unless they get stuck on mana, I guess. But even then. Okay, so a 0 was taken. That makes sense. I drew another 0. That could have uses in this matchup. We've seen some amount of cards coming out of our opponent's graveyard. We now have a Bauble looped Emry to start. We lost only 1 land there. There's a Kappa Cannoneer. That card sounds so good in this matchup. Like, if I can get a Kappa Cannoneer going, that would be great. might be something worth building too. We are good to replay Emry a lot of times because we have a lot of artifacts here. We do want to hit lands, though. Cycle Unearth. Interesting. Okay, the Emry lives. The Urza... Alright, so I'm pretty sure we're supposed to replay Urza's Bauble and try to get to more cards. And I'm gonna just... hitting land drops is important here. I think more so than keeping the Bauble in play. Okay. We're actually almost at a point where we can play Cannoneer with a land drop, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Tapped red land. Okay. And Scrappy Scrounger. That's an old star, an old all-star. Love that. They have a cool deck. Grindy, black-red attacking deck. This format seems sweet. Oh, Fury, not sweet. Losing Emry there is sad. I will return Emry to the command zone. Hopefully I'll just hit a land anyways here, though. Could be worth Winter Mooning. If I draw a basic land, it's certainly worth Winter Mooning. Ever-flowing Chalice. Alright, new Emry. Haven't hit a land. This one milled over 3 lands. We are good to play Kappa Cannoneer next turn, so that seems like a card that would be winning for us. We can get it in play. They have a lot of mana. I guess they could play Gut and Cult of the Absolutionist. Absolute. Cult of the Absolute. Sacking their Scrounger. Oh, they can play Gut with haste. Uh-oh. Are we just too slow here? Gut with haste. No Cultist of the Absolute. Attack, sacking Scrounger, I assume. And oh, sacking Vault of Whispers. Sick. Okay. I might not be in time here. I don't even think a Kappa is gonna do it. Because they can just make all these, we're gonna have to draw an engineered explosives probably. It's probably just not even enough at all, right? Because this thing gives it flying. Yeah, I mean, I just hit no land drops. That's kind of a too big of a problem. Hitting no lands here was game over. Hitting a bunch of zeros was great though. So like, I mean, we didn't draw like the worst cards in our deck, but we were not competing versus what was happening here. Thoughtseize into free removal into Gut. Flying Death Touch Ward. Jeez. And Trample Haste. Yeah, we're getting bullied here. I think we're probably dead on this swing. I don't know why they didn't play this. I feel like that just wins on the spot, but what do I know? I don't think I have any combination of cards here that do anything. I could have sacked my Lodestone Bauble to get back the 2 islands. It just like costs way too much, doesn't it? If I had an engineered explosives here, I'm not even sure that does it. All right. Let's go next. This time we're on the play. All right. Game 3. Mental misstep, Mishra's Bauble. Either Spell Bomb. It's probably fine. I think I want to keep the Mishra's Bauble. I want to keep the Mishra's Bauble. Tap land, okay. Disruptor Flute. That could end up being pretty good. The triple island remand were my cards, but I do have Mishra's Bauble already, so. So I can just Disruptor Flute the gut. Okay, I can't. All right, well, my mental misstep no longer does anything. I guess I can technically bounce the Hexing Sculpture. I might have to. Island, Mishra's Bauble, replay Mishra's Bauble. Look at the next top card. I know that's that. And then Disruptor Flute. Gut, comma, True Zealot. True Soul Zealot. All my lands tap for black. Emperor of the Bone can return creatures. Okay. Stitcher Supplier. I think what we'll do here is bounce the Hexing Squelcher. Counter this? This doesn't even help me, though, because they're just going to Emperor of Bones it. But I could bounce the Emperor of Bones as well. If they do it this turn. Oh, they can hit any card? Oh, that was really bad. Okay, that was super bad for me. Can they adapt at any time? Yes. Jesus. I can Talon Gates, though. I think I'm in trouble here. I'm just not doing anything powerful. They're going to play the Squelcher first, so that cost me 2 life. Okay, so I assume they're going to exile the Supplier. No, they're exiling the Remand. I see. I don't like this. I feel like I'm getting run over. Ah, this hexing sculpture is kicking my ass. I kind of need E on 2, which I can probably do, right? If I hit, because I have that. Oh, God. We need to do something powerful here. We are running. Oh, no. Okay. I just don't know if that's going to be enough. I don't know if I didn't have to do that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, my Aether Spellbound play was really bad because I didn't realize. I thought it said exile one target creature, but it doesn't say one target creature. It's just any card. I don't know that I would be in a better spot, to be fair. But I could maybe have bounced Squelcher and Stern Scolding something instead. Oh, I can't block this turn. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this seems like a really, really bad matchup. I also drew a lot of lands in this game, but it just seems like such a bad matchup. I probably need to... I don't even know. Probably have to be like Ensnaring Bridge. But obviously I can't get my enough lands in play anyways. But like that's the kind of card that would help in this kind of matchup. Just am drawing. Oh, I should have popped my bauble. I just F2'd through it. Doesn't really matter. I can't survive here. So unless I drew EE exactly. EE exactly would... It would be enough. So if I concede here and the card underneath is EE, then we'll know what it was. The fact that I can't even Talon Gates things out without taking damage is crazy. It was Soul Guide Lantern. Which I guess could have been EE. We'll see. Obviously I'm dead here, so I don't think we have a huge like bounce spell, but I'll draw these 2 cards anyways to see. Soul Guide, which we could have drawn through, and Springleaf. Okay. That matchup does not seem very good. Rough. All right, we got another battler. He's I was amazed at how fast modern queues were when I filmed that video last week. These queues are a little bit closer to vintage, I must say. It's been fun though. I'm having a good time. We've got Terra, Magical Adept. 3 mana, mill 5, put an enchantment milled into your hand. Then becomes a saga that creates tokens of non-legendary enchantments. And you can make a bunch of mana. So maybe some Enchantress. Our hand has... Yeah, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be, like, mulliganing for. This hand seems fine to me, so I'm in. I'm just going to get my blue land going here. If I get a 0, I still can't skateboard and equip, so never mind. All right. Oh, that is a big duder. I think we'll just go with skateboard. Emry. And nope, they have things that matter with order. We've got a Conjurer's Bauble and a Surveillance Cam. We have a Tezzeret. Can search for 1-drops, but the only 1-drop that's combo oriented is... I mean, technically any of our 1-drops that get Inventor's Fair can be any combo card. Kind of like Rebuke would be a good one to hold up. I think where we're going to go here is Emry, back, a Surveillance Cam. Because it's kind of free. And then Emry back, a Conjurer's Bauble. And I still get to hold up Metallic Rebuke. And I'm just going to draw with this. Okay. I'd like to maybe start Tangle Wiring. Oh, they are reanimating. So I guess I could have seen that coming. Should have held up this stone. I guess that kind of makes sense if they're milling with the Terra. Maybe they're just milling. Oh, yeah, Grizzlebrand. Okay, so I should have held up in stone. I did not see that. I do have Metallic Rebuke, so I'm not punished unless they have Daze. And then I can hit the yard with the stone next turn as long as I don't get dazed here. Okay, sick. So I got my opponent to go in on it, which is kind of nice, but definitely probably a poor play from my side here. Just gonna sack those and get it back. And I am short on Kappa Cannoneer, but next turn we could maybe go Tangle Wire Kappa Cannoneer or something. Inquisition, all right. Tangle Wire, I could always return Tangle Wire too. Okay, they're just off of it. All right, so maybe a 5-color Reanimator deck. I mean, the fact that we keep hitting Reanimator and we have main deck Soul Guide Lanterns and stuff has been very good for us. I didn't play that very well, but I did capitalize on it, so I'll take it. I like this hand a lot. I feel like we haven't mulliganed very much, but I also just like don't know what you would be mulliganing to. As long as you have the lands and you can play your Emry, every 0-mana hand cards are really insane. Wash Away. Okay, that's a cool one. I really like that. I'm gonna go with Arkham's Astrolabe. I don't think there's any reason not to play the Ornithopter now. They didn't go for a Surveil land, which is interesting. Okay. Survival. That seems real bad for me. Don't have my anti-cards at the moment. I'm gonna go with another blue land so I can hold everything up, but get my Emry going so I can try to find my graveyard-based cards here. Either Spellbomb, Tormod's Crypt, so did exactly what I want to do. So hopefully the Metallic Rebuke and Wash Away can get me through this turn, and then I'll have Crypt up. Metallic Rebuke has been a pretty impressive card in the last 2 more fun leagues here. Spell Snare. I think I want to get a Saga going. I'm going to try to return that Tormod's Crypt. I think it's better than Disruptor Flute right now. I can Disruptor Flute next turn. They're just off of it. To be fair, if you build your entire deck around going for the graveyard and your opponent just flips over a Tormod script into their Emry, yeah, I see how it is. I understand. All right, here we go. Fifth and final round of this dual commander league. We're up against the Doggo, who is, I believe, a Death and Taxes deck and a very strong one in the format. So this will be pretty interesting. I've got multiple zeros here, so I'm going to go for my turn one Emry. And definitely going to hit that with a mental misstep. We don't want that in our lives. The card seems very good versus us. Save my fetch land for a possible Mystic Sanctuary. I know that Magic Online doesn't have all of the 0 mana artifacts, so I wonder if this deck would be better if it had all of the Magic Online. Magic Online is missing a few of the old ones, I think, due to art issues. Yeah. Doggo is just in there. All right. Let's go Island, Signet, Ornithopter, Bauble. Just trying to get to something that does something. So far, that's one of the things that I'm a little concerned about with this deck is that it doesn't have... I mean, it could just be me. Whenever this creature enters, make a 4/4 beast that says this token can't attack or block alone. As long as you have 4 or more creature tokens, creature you control have flying. Oh, God. They're going to start making some 4/4s. It's going to attack and blink it. Uh-oh. Like, I do a lot of dirtling, and some of these decks, they don't dirtle. They get beat, they go beat downs, and it's kind of scary. I can do things like block with Ornithopter, sack it, gain a life, but this is gonna kill me pretty fast. Transmute artifacts. So I have EE. Oh, maybe I should have held all my zeros for Fantasticar. Can I Fantasticar here? Transmuting into a Fantasticar is quite hard. Actually, it's not. I can just do this, this, and this. 1 spell, 2 spells, 3 spells. I need another spell. Damn. Engineer explosives is not great. What if I shackles this? It's kind of tough to do. I think I'm gonna try to draw another card. Remand. Okay. I'm pretty worried. If I had held a 0, that might have been good. Just gonna remand this to draw a card. Can't seem to hit. I forgot Fantastic Art was a thing I could be playing for. I'm taking 1,000,000 damage here. Hmm. Did not hit a spell. I hit a lot of lands. I only have some mana here. So I can survive by Eing on 0. I can't really survive by Eing on 0, to be honest with you. At this point. I need a Painter Servant combo. Can't really Painter Servant combo. Even getting a Fantastic Art here doesn't feel like it's something that will... Okay, I just drew too many lands. This phases out, it blinks out blockers. I feel like our deck just doesn't have that many ways of dealing with creatures, and there's so many creatures. I guess like if we had a bunch of Psi tokens, we could do some blocking. Maybe there was like a Paradox engine here that I could have gone for. Let's think about that for a second. So if I go up to... Okay, so if I hadn't played the card from my yard, I would have had 5 mana to Paradox Engine off of this Signet, which would have given me infinite draws with Mishra's Bauble, but that doesn't do anything. Okay. I should probably be looking out for Paradox Engine combo more often than I actually am. Because that would have at least like drawn us through our deck. So you could have drawn like 30 cards and then on the next turn win, maybe. Here's Grindstone, Skateboard, Flute. I don't know, maybe. Portable Hole. That's pretty annoying. Definitely punishes me for playing Grindstone instead of Sphere. Oh, they swapped commanders to Thalia. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't even know you could do that. Who said that was allowed? So I can swap commanders? I could swap to Psi. Whoa, I don't know when I would ever actually do that, but I could swap to Psi. That's my only one, right? Okay, I didn't realize that was a choice we could make. I did not know that was a choice I was allowed to make. If I hit a 0 here, I can give it haste. I hit a Winter Moon. I think I'll just get in for 2. Winter Moon is fine, but they already have 2 basics, so after they search for one. Maybe I'm supposed to just play Sphere there to make it easier to loop next turn with. I wonder if I was supposed to bring in Psi versus the black-red attacking deck, you know? I feel like I was. Now they can just tutor for the doggo. God damn it. Maybe they'll get Clarion Conqueror, though. That seems like a huge problem for me. I guess they can't because that's not what Recruiter of the Guard does. I feel that I missed a lot in this league, and I kind of wish I had played through it with somebody else so we could have picked up more things, because there's a lot to learn in your 100 card singleton format. Who would have thought? Lion Sash. It's an interesting one too. You probably are not ever really supposed to go into Psy, just because this card is so integral to what our deck is doing. Whew. Scavenger Grounds. Annoying. Though I guess so is Lion Sash, right? I assume they're going to hold up mana here, so I can't do any kind of looping. Well, at least I'm not getting completely bullied by attackers this time. They're trying to combat my engine. Yeah, there's no good timing window for this, so I think I would rather just sack it. Nah, I should still have waited, probably. I might try to bait them with this expedition map. Definitely gonna get Urza Saga here. Trying to get them to like maybe use it on the map. They probably won't. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? I need to get them to use this. Yeah. Oh, this is a permanent card. It gets bigger. It's pretty crazy. Oh God, Seasoned Dungeoneer. I might not actually be able to win with Urza Saga. I thought I'd be able to win with Urza Saga, but I might not actually have that in me here. Oh, I was talking about Fantasticar. Like, Shield Sphere actually counted for Fantasticar, which it absolutely does not, because it's a creature. Oh, God. I'm going to get YouTube comments for that one. Oh, well. Paper-only play. This card seems very annoying for me. It's like better Deathray Shaman. Nice search for them. Well played. I feel like I'm getting bullied a little bit here. I feel like this player knows what they're doing. Having an 100 card toolbox, or not 100 card toolbox, but having a Recruiter of the Guard with your commander deck seems really good. Parallax Wave. Ugh, yeah. That's really good against my Urza Saga plan. It's so good against my Urza Saga plan. What am I even gonna do? Really needed that before. I think I am supposed to Moon. think I'm just dead. This just so cleanly answers my stupid Urza Saga tokens. At least I have a memory lapse for the Seasoned Dungeoneer. That's good. Oh boy. Can't even block this Lion Sash, really. I mean, I can block it with the Shield Sphere, but can't block it with the Saga token because they can like shrink it too. I guess that this also is not going to work because they can eat. But I guess if they eat, then I can replay the Shield Sphere, so I think it's fine. Could always just replay the Shield Sphere with the Emry, so this way, I mean, they're gonna hold up the thing. So I'm still gonna make this and make them use their Parallax Wave, but yeah. What am I searching for? I mean, these zeros are no good. I can needle the sash. Doesn't really put me in a better spot though. I could play a spell bomb, but they can still eat my spell bomb. I kind of want the Emry to die, so maybe I'll get Claws of Gix, but then they can just bounce my guy. The Grindstone is under the portable hole. I don't even get rid of the portable hole. Sink into Stupor. Engineered explosives. It's all pretty bad for me. I think I'm supposed to make this happen. If I get Claws of Gex, sack my Emry, replay my Emry. Is that how this works? It's a second artifact. It's like a permanent. I'm still just gonna get bullied though by the Lion Sash. The problem is I'm just gonna get bullied by the fucking Seasoned Dungeoneer too. I need more. I need something more. I don't know what it is though. They can like get rid of their Recruiter of the Guard as well. Ah, I think we're just bullied here. Our deck didn't do anything. Yeah, they're gonna exile two things. Then it's gonna die, and it's gonna come back, and they can get something bad for me. It does get rid of the seasoned engineer, though, doesn't it? So that actually is a good thing, because they lost the seasoned engineer. Skyclave apparition. I mean, I hope they get rid of Emry. No, they get rid of Needle. Yeah, that'll do it. Nah, I'm being bullied. Mm, no, this time they would not have to eat. I'm just so dead. I'm probably supposed to move the skateboard on to Emry. Because Emry trading is actually good because I can replayer and skateboard. I guess I can just block with her and just replayer. I have so much health. Do they actually have? Ollie up for 5. I think that doesn't matter very much. Okay, gonna block with Emry. These are just not the right draws either. Yeah, I should have maybe gotten the claw. Because I can't actually return anything because there's a lion sash. Okay, this is stupid. What am I doing? That doesn't actually do anything. I mean, none of this does anything. Yeah, okay, I was right to needle the lion sash, though. That seems super hard for us to beat. I feel like our deck just kind of folds if opponent interacts with it in the same way that our opponent's reanimator decks kind of fell. What the fuck is this? 4 mana. Whenever you cast a spell, copy it for each time you cast your commander from the command zone. Oh, that's why they cast it, so they can destroy an artifact. No! They get 2 of them? I mean, I guess I'll counter one of these. Oh god, I'm learning about all kinds of horrible things that are happening to me. Mono blue does not deal with a random assortment of white creatures very well. Yeah, I mean, that's where we're at in life. I don't think we got there. Okay. I feel like I got run around in that game. I feel like my opponent outplayed me really hard. I might just not be looking for like the right things when it comes to how to win games. Like when I played against the reanimator players, I understood what I needed to do, right? It was pretty straightforward. When it came to the more generic attacking creature decks, I kind of didn't have a great grasp on what I wanted to do to play through the game. So if I were to play this again, I would definitely focus on trying to enact some kind of game plan. Versus the black red deck, I actually think a card like Ensnaring Bridge might be really strong if that's legal. Let me check. You'd be surprised what cards are not legal in this format. Okay, Ensnaring Bridge is legal. Entomb and Reanimate are not. Good to know. Caracas is not. That makes a lot of sense. Nadu, Oath, Ragavan, Top, Oracle, Uro. Interesting. Okay. So like I might have just been missing like my ways of winning these games. Like I think I should have been maybe going Fantasticar more often, maybe going Paradox Engine more often than I was. We don't have like that many great ways to find things, but I might have underestimated how good like Emry is at finding things. Like if by sacrificing my own Emry to Claws of Gix and then replaying it from my command zone for 1 mana because it's affinity and reduced. If I had, I might have to go back and look at the actual matches and see if I missed that anywhere. I'm sure as I go through the comments, I'll see a lot of people who say, you know, similar things on different ways we could have maybe pushed through. We do have a lot of counter spells in our deck, which makes sense because we can't really beat things when they resolve, but we didn't really draw them always. So that's something to be thinking about. Yeah. I don't know if this is like a great build of the deck. I just took one of the first ones I saw. I'd be interested to see like a couple more lists, see if there are anything that was missing. I didn't really feel that it was bad. I feel like it covered stuff pretty well. We were able to hit those. We were able to hit those graveyard decks pretty well. Here's another player's version of it. Anything cool? What is an Ice Hide Golem? That's interesting. Krang. Krang is a cool one because Krang gives you another engine card. This one has like a Patchwork Automaton to give you a threat that attacks. I don't think we had a Phyrexian Walker in our deck, but that might be one of the cards that can't be played online. No, this is the online one, so that can't be played. Yeah, so this one like a little bit more of an aggro slant. Thought Monitor. A lot of the same cards though. Yeah, a lot of the same stuff. Needle, Nettlecyst. This one, like I said, a little bit more of an aggro slant. Shadow Spear could be pretty interesting as a way to fight these small decks. If you can get a Shadow Spear on like a construct or something, that could be pretty good. Oh, that's a cool card. Never seen that before. The Ooze. Oh yeah, so I mean, when you have every card of Magic to play with in your 100 card deck, you can definitely fit in some other things, and there's probably a lot of room to experiment with. But overall, I think this deck was hitting a lot of the right notes, and you know, instead of having a more aggro slant, it went for a more combo-oriented slant. You know, with the Basalt, Monolithic Gadgeteer, Engine kind of cards. So, which is more my style, anyways. I definitely liked the Painted Grindstone giving us a clear way forward in a lot of spots and very tutorable in this deck. So I would always definitely trend towards those more combo-oriented things. I obviously made the mistake of playing Grindstone on turn 1 and then getting a portable hold in the last round as well, so yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did. I felt like that was a pretty fun league, all things considered. Let me know in the comments. Obviously, I don't expect to play much more of this in the future. I'm hoping to go back to streaming a lot of Vintage once the format is fixed, coming up for Eternal Weekend. I think this will likely air on the Friday before the BNR. And then I don't currently have a video planned for the BNR day. Maybe I'll do a live reaction video to the BNR. That's probably what I will do. That way we can just get right on it and start getting new videos with the new format going on the 12th. So soon, more vintage content on this YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.